here's the new plan. You're gonna start a riot, and we're gonna walk out the front door.
Hey, man. I know guys on crack that makes more sense than you.
Really? Then let me put it to you this way, cuz. No crib on MTV. God only knows, got my mini-me with GP. See how it goes. Google's all that I see. You ask me my name? G to the Rizzo, E to the Rizzo, I to the Lizzo. I'm a crazy... You all knew that. Hospital caught me in the first act. It's all backwards. What's with that? So I'll make a prophecy from the dogs to the mini-me. Give me an Escalade, a two-way bleeding on eBay. Domino. Yeah. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. For all my homies and broomies. Crystal, my moto, a couple of D-hunches.
Why not?
I got a buster move, dropping buster group, feeling fine, got an evil crew, go remember to lick my nine. Until then, I'll
lick my nine.
Jizzle my mizzle, y'all.
Yeah.
Alright, listen up.
That's like my favorite shit, man. I think it's so fucking funny. Anyways, welcome to the Ray Sup channel. R-A-Y-S... Oh, R-A-Y space S-U-P-P. Anyways, I was in a... What, nigga? I was gonna show off my body and all that shit, like, but the lighting and everything, it makes me look fucking fat as fuck. I was flexing on a particular video. I look like shit. So, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or something like that when I get some better lighting. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys some cool shit right now. Put it right here, real quick. So, this is fairly... Go over here, fool. She don't know when to go to bed. I already have fucking told her to go to bed. Every time I move, she feels like she's got to go somewhere and move or whatever. So, anyways, I'm going to try to line you up real quick so you can see. So, these are my buddies. These are all my buddies right here. This one I particularly got. I don't know if you guys can see it really that well. But, I got this one from a gun show. It's fairly like $110, $120. Real tough. See this right here, because I painted it and I taped it up. This is a little fucked up when I was throwing it. I gotta retape it. But right here, it's got some steel. Like where they hammered it. Like bang, bang, bang. They burn it over and over and over. So this one's pretty fairly good. I like it. It's fucking bad as fuck. It's supposed to be kind of like the original hunted knife. Where the guy has it back here. And, like, you could tell by the way the quantity, like, I mean, it's backwards, though. Because usually it was supposed to be like this. Or, like, from behind, like that, right? Where you pull it, like, that way. But it's the opposite way. Just the way it's built right here. I can't take it off because it's strapped to my belt or whatever. But this is fairly pretty chill. Because even just being right here, it doesn't move, right? Like, it's stuck there. Kind of like a holster. Like a gun holster. I got these here. Right? These are throwing knives. Whoa, 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 whoa. So I'm learning. You know, I haven't thrown these in a while. I do have a video where I was throwing these at a tree. But how do you say antibacterious? I don't know how to fucking pronounce that word. Antibacterious. Basically, I could use both hands, you know. I'm fairly not even looking. I've been training with that for a while, you know. Weaponry. Same shit, you know. But... what? Anyways, but like I said, like, well, I'm gonna say, because I made a couple videos, I haven't even downloaded them, I just erased them. But usually when you're sober, right? You can kind of just feel things more better. So even without looking, you can still arrange shit. You know, like I don't really have to look. I can just kind of feel it. I mean, it's not as quick, but pulling them, you know, pretty fast. I've thrown both of these at the same time. Maybe at a short distance, it does happen to hit the tree. But these are my little buddies. These ones, I don't remember how much these were, these throwing knives. But they're real. Like, I mean, every time I've thrown them, they don't bend, they don't pop, they don't bend at the very tip. You know, they don't bend right here. This one, it didn't do much of that. I didn't like the material of the way the wood was, because it started to break right here. I didn't like that, especially the amount of money I fucking spent at the gun show. But anyways, you know, it is what it is. This one here, I pretty much just taped it to my leg here. This is my bad boy here. See what I'm saying? And it's like, it's got a good ridge here. This one's really built. It's really built. It came from China. It says China right there. And then Forest Cutlery. I don't know how to fucking pronounce that shit. But it's pretty fucking bad. You know. So, I mean, I could use both ways, you know. Striking. So these are the weapons that I mainly, well, this is pretty much how I get down. This is how I get down with the shit, you know. I don't need a gun. But, you know, like if I happen to hit somebody with one of these, you know, and they get hit, and like before they pull their pistol, or if I hit them and they drop their shit, I'll just pick up their pistol and I'll backpack it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just do shit like that. Go over there. So that's just pretty much like my shit. That's my style. You know, if it comes to war and shit like that, it's hand-to-hand combat, weaponry. That's just me, you know. There's other shit too. Like, I mean, if I had a long pole, you know, move. You know, shit like that. This doesn't really. I still need to practice some of that shit, cause like, there's other dudes that know about that. They could probably catch me off guard and bah, you know. But there's so many different types of ways things can go down. Out. There's so many things that can go down, in particular, you know, battling wise. If you guys ever seen like Tears of the Sun with what's his name? Fucking Bruce Willis, you know, and the lady was like with a bunch of people that they were trying to save or whatever like that. They were supposed to take him from point A to point B or whatever. I don't know if you guys seen that movie, but he's standing there like this, you know, and he's thinking and shit like that, and then she's trying to say something as far as like, you know, what they could possibly do and this and that, you know, shouldn't we do this and that? And he's like, well, they didn't want to go over the terrain of the hill, what he was talking about, but he was telling her, I forgot what the word that he used, something about, like, there's so many alternatives that can happen within, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many outcomes that can happen from them going over that way. So he was trying to map out the best possibility of a lower chance of getting caught. You know what I mean? And he kind of peeps that to her in the movie, because like there's a situation where they're going off, right? They're going off in a particular area, like in the forest, and there's this fucking dude with a gun, and he happens to see them. And she's like, oh shit, like they get caught, right? And the fool, before he can sound off anything, Bruce Willis comes up behind him, like, cause they teach him stealth shit, you know? He grabs his mouth shut and he fucking cuts his fucking throat. He's like, right in front of her. And she's like in shock. And then he drops, and then he's like, cleans his blade, you know what I mean? I think he cleans his blade, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. That could be in my imagination. But I know for a fact he cut that fucking fool's throat. So when he showed her that, like, face to face, it just happened to be at that angle. You know what I mean? He was letting her know, like, see what I'm fucking talking about? So, fools that are really fucking with the business like that, it's kind of like, okay, like, when I used to do busing or bartending, I'm quick, boom, 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 right? So you gotta think about these fools. They treat the war like a fucking job like that. If you've seen anybody work and bust their ass, you're like, damn, that fucking fool's fast, right? That's the same shit scenario. That's how they treat the job. You know what I mean? If they're a badass dishwasher, they're a badass fucking soldier. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how I look at it. But I just wanted to throw up this video. I thought it would be pretty fucking badass, a little interesting, you know what I mean? If anybody's into shit like this. Oh, see? That's why I was saying, with this here, it has to be taped. You see how it fucking got stuck? So if it's not, take this around. If it's not harnessed correctly, then when it comes time to like fucking action, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna fuck up on you. You want it to be tight. Like I said, I only tied it one time just because I was trying to show you guys the show real quick. Just to show off my shit. I see so many other fucking fools that are always like with their AK and their shotgun. Of course, it's fucking Arizona. You know what I mean? Like, they can do that all day, all night. But it doesn't mean they're gonna bust. You know what I mean? They might be out there like, yeah, I'm badass. Oh, look at me in the picture and all that shit. Are you really gonna bully? One thing my cousin Nathan told me was like, if you pull it, you better use it. You know what I'm saying? and he's told me some crazy shit, you know? I remember doing some dumb shit back in the day, man. I pulled it and I didn't use it. But I was a little ass kid though. I was a little kid. I pulled it out of my pants and I fucking waved it in the air. And it was to back up one of my homies because they were trying to jump us. And fuck, I don't remember how old I was. I might have been like 11 or 12, maybe younger. I'm not sure. I was stupid. It was a big fucking mistake. Another time I did pull, but I put it away and we ended up fighting. That's a whole different fucking story I don't want to get into. But anyways, I did say that though, right? So, like I said, you want to be ready when it comes to that. You know what I mean? So yeah, when this comes time for whatever, this will be solidly taped. This belt, it's not the type of belt to hold stably because of movement. It comes unlatched pretty easily. But this is just a regular belt. You know what I mean? This isn't for packing. This is just for, you know, when I'm wearing my shit. But I got it here too, you know. See, that moves a little bit, so I might need to tape that, right? You just seen how it got stuck. That's what you don't want. You definitely don't want that type of shit happening, like right here or here. You don't want that. You don't want that fucking, you know what I mean? You don't want any of that shit clogging on you. It's no different from when you go to pull your strap, you know, your gun, and it's like, oh, and then that fool's already, pop, 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 pop. One thing I learned from like 50 Cent, because when he got shot, he describes that in one of his videos, like in his intros or whatever, and he's like, you know what, he's like, you always got to make sure that you put the clip in, you Glock it back, and you pull it. He's all, and always keep it on you like that. He's all, you don't want to be fucking, because what happened to him is that when he got hit, bah, he's like, oh, and he went to pull it, right? And bah, and he was already trying to get it going. And he's like, you know, he's like, by the time you get it going, he's like, you already probably got hit 4-5 times. You know what I mean? And that's true. Always have it blocked, always ready to go. You know what I mean? Because like when that shit comes down to it, you don't want it clogging. Like this one, boom, it's ready, right? This one, it's getting stuck. You see that? You don't want that happening to you. You know what I mean? And I've learned that just by watching that fucking fool's video. And he was speaking from experience because he's like, because he ended up saying and describing how he got shot, and the perpetrator that came around, he's like, man, you were a sneaky ass little nigga, man, when you came around that corner, right? So you hit him, and like, it shows it in the video, in the movie, but I don't know how necessarily that was accurate, right? Because there is some accuracy in the movie, but not all the way. It's kind of like a little show and shit like that, you know? These right here are definitely always ready. See how quick they come out? And it's because this shit is so sleek. Like, this stuff is so fucking sleek here. Like I said, if you feel it, you know what I mean? You can feel it. It's got to be tucked back here though. So it's ready to go. And it's got these little veils here. But even, like I said, sometimes it pops open automatically. It's not supposed to do that. But when you're sober, like I said, when you're sober, you can feel this shit. You can feel everything. Your whole surrounding, when you're sober, you know, you can feel, like, I'm not even looking, see? I'm not even looking and I can feel that, right? But let's just say, for instance, I get caught off guard, someone comes through that door and I don't have any of these. If I'm turning this way, that nigga's not going to see it, right? So, like, let's say if it was a gun, I could pull that shit and turn, right? I could pull it. If somebody comes in, they're like, hey, they're like, stop, put your hands up. And if I start to raise this hand, they're going to automatically see that, right? Because my hand's like this. If they're coming through the door, they're going to think, right, my hand, this hand's firstly coming up. It's not coming up here yet, right? So, like, let's say, right when they come, I already reacted, right? And then when I raise my hand, right there, boom, 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 right? So that's basically the trick. So that's why, like, I mean, I know shit. I know shit when it comes to shit like that. I could pull it, and it's already right there. Boom. And that's how you have it. Boom. Right? Pop, 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 pop. That's why foods, they have to be fucking fit, too, because you don't want no fucking fat-ass stomach, and you're like, that shit sideways. It's going to go that way and not even hit your fucking dude. You're going to have to lean back a little. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? Little shit I've learned over time. And, I mean, I fired some guns, but I never really had to be packing on the street and shit like that. It wasn't really like that for me. I know a lot of fools in the hood were like that. Or I've had situations explained to me, you know what I mean? Like one time I had a homie tell me, he was a Crip from Texas, and he had told me, like, hey, you know, because he was kind of loaded, and he was talking to me, right? And he was telling me, well, you know, he's like, there's been times where, like, he's like, you know, like, you talking about, like, when you rob him, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what he was trying to get at, because he was kind of faded. And he told me, you know, when you're standing this close to somebody, so basically I'll just give you, like, a little example. So, like, when he's like, let's just say this is a gun, right? And he's like, you know, and you come up to somebody, he's like, and you get him right there. Like, basically, like, right here. He's like, what you gonna do? He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, right when you got him right there, he's on, this shit's Glock back. I'm like, give me your money. He's like, for real, you know? He's like, well, move, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, what are you trying to get at? You know what I mean? He's all like, well, he's all, you know, you just pull it like that, boom. That's it. You're already right there. You're already right there with that fool, right? And he had it pointing at me like this, but he had his finger. You know, he was like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? He's like, from there, what are you really gonna do? You gonna try to move it away? No, bam, that's it. You get shot. So he's saying, basically, realistically, you catch somebody like that, like, you know, if you're standing and you're like, you know, and then you pull it and you're pointing it right there, and you're like, give me your fucking money, hand it right over right now, right? You got to get your wallet out, give your money, and walk off. So, realistically, in my mind, from the way he was doing it, he was speaking from experience. He probably really fucking did that shit, you know what I mean? And I know I'm not supposed to be talking about my past. I've been feeling that lately, like I'm supposed to veer off from my past. But those are just stories and examples for, like, anyone that wants to know about, like, defense. You know, I'm not saying I'm the best at it. I know dudes, I've seen videos where they're really fucking good at what they do. They can disarm you, they can show you, I've seen so many fucking crazy ass videos. I've posted so many videos about it. But these are just my little tactics of what I've learned over time. Like I said, I'm not the best at it, but I know a little shit that would cover me out of most individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of a certain percentage of individuals that I would run into, I might know a little couple things here and there. I mean, there's a possibility I can get shot. There's a possibility I can get stabbed. I can't control that outcome. But what I could do is, like, if I know I need to really try to survive, this is the way I'm rolling. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I don't want a gun. I don't believe in guns, really. If that does come down to it, I'll use one. You know what I mean? But as far as surviving wise, like, if I gotta go to the wilderness, this is how I'm packing. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm packing. This is how I'm getting down. Indians did it. They had fucking bow and arrows. They had knives. If they can pack 29 knives everywhere, they would. You know what I mean? So this is just basically like how I do it. But anyways, that's the video. It's already been almost 20 minutes. 19 minutes and 58 seconds. And that's little Lulu. Say goodbye to Lulu. She likes to be everywhere I'm at. You need to go to bed, mama. I'm cooking some chicken legs for her right now. Shout out to my mom for helping us out today. I finally got paid, like I said. I took care of my groceries, took care of my bills. I fairly got a job on the way. I think I just need to be patient. Things are probably just maybe transitioning in different ways. Maybe I'll get a fairly morning good schedule. I don't probably have to do swing. I know God's got some doors opening up for me. I really truly believe that. I've been going through some rough times and stuff. But today I had received a song and I heard it more than one time, and I heard it in my head too, and I felt like it was God talking to me. And I've been reading this little booklet, this book right here, How to Know God, right? And when I was reading it, it just touched me. Like I haven't read it all yet. You know what I mean? I haven't read it all yet, but fairly, I want to say, respectfully, it's like I've been fighting with a lot of things. I feel like the devil's been poking at me real hard lately, and I think God was like, look, I know you're angry. I know you're angry with me. I know you're going through these things, but come to me. Come to me, And I was like, and I started to ball up a little bit. I started crying, I listened to the song, and I had a feeling like, look up the song, dude, look up the song. And it's called What If. I posted it on Facebook. I threw it up a little bit. And I threw it to some people. I sent it out to some people, some people that I care about, people that I feel that are, that would listen to it. You know what I mean? Not just randoms, And when I heard it, I remember in my head, I was like, look, you're going to find the song and it's going to show you what it's saying. Because sometimes you could be listening to a song and you can hear the words, but some things you won't catch, right? And in my mind, I heard, once you find it, it's going to play out in words where you could read it, right? And it was amazing. And it like really touched me, you know what I mean? It really touched me deep down inside, and not like a fag way. If you're watching this, Alex, stop being gay. But anyways, miss you, bro. I haven't seen you in a minute. I know a lot of people fell off at the job. But yeah, to me, it's like it really touched me, like in my soul, like not just, well, I don't really want to say my soul, but in my spirit. Like it really touched me in my spirit, and it hit me, where I was like, fuck, I'm tired. Like I'm tired. I feel all these ways. Like I just want to give up my ways. I want to give up all my ways, all my weird stuff, and just the song alone, like it was saying, like, what if, you're so close where you want to give up, but the door is just right there and it's gonna swing right open and you're gonna get all kinds of opportunities. And what if it's just the leap? Take the faith. Like you have to listen to it. It was fucking powerful as fuck. I've heard other Jesus songs from Treehouse 1, and I've posted them, I played them over and over and over, and that one was like the most touching, beautifulest. Like I swear, like God will touch you in ways that you just can't even imagine. Like if you're a real true believer, I'm a real true believer, even though I get angry and my mind's like, like, okay, whatever, mom, you don't understand. Like, you ain't a man. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's hard. It's real hard. Especially my path, my journey. It's been hella hard. You know what I mean? And I don't even want to go into all other details, but it's been hard. It's been really hard. But when I think about it, I'm like, there was something different about this hardness. There was something different about this struggle. Because from back home, like I said, back home, I struggled way harder. Like, it was a lot with the mind, with the body. It wasn't like what I know now, like all this kung fu shit, the weaponry and stuff like that, the working out, the conditioning, passing the thresholds. I didn't really do any of that, but it was like a lot of suffering, a lot of torture, a lot of pain. You know what I mean? Back home, it had a lot to do with the mind, really deep shit with the mind, And this one was more of the physicality, the spirit, the just a bunch of other stuff. So, in life, I feel personally, there's a lot of things that we go through and we struggle with. Sometimes I look back on some of my struggles and I was like, that was so fucking stupid. What the hell was I talking about? What was I thinking? You know what I mean? But I feel like some of my people that I've talked to, like my friend Abel, my cousin Nathan, them two individuals explain pretty much the same concept, but in two different ways, right? Like one of them was saying, like, hey, like my cousin was saying, like a pottery, like God will mold your character, He'll build your character, right? And then my homie Abel was saying that, like, you know, like if you're a swordsman, he's like, he'll, like, you know, pretty much, and in terms, like, God will stick you in the fire, pull you out, bang you up, right? Bang you up, because he's molding you. He's, you know, he's making you sharp, you know? He's like, stick you in the fire again, pull you out, and bang, bang, bang. So those were the two terminologies. And they're both good. I don't say one's better than the other. You know, the fire thing with the knife, that one's cool. I like the molding one because that reminds me of the movie Ghost, where she's going like that, he's loving her and shit. But, you know, they're good terminologies, you know what I mean? And like I said, I do want to change my attitude. I want to change my cussing. I want to learn to cultivate more and come into my own a lot more maturity wise and be a man, because eventually, you know, like I said, things will change for the better, and I'm gonna need to be more of a leader, you know, because when the time comes for certain things, I might need to be and step up on that, you know. I mean, even just for myself and for my puppy, like she's always trying to impress me and stuff, and I feel bad because, like, if she's sleeping and she hears me get up and I come over here, she's like, "What's this fool doing? What's it?" You know, she feels like she always has to, you know, bodyguard me, and I appreciate it, I really do. But I feel bad because I'm like, "Nigga, go to sleep, stand down, you know, clock out, take the night off." She'll look at me like, what does that mean? Sometimes she gets it. I'll tell her, like, hey, take the night off, go to sleep. She's like, oh, you'll hear her. You'll literally hear her go, oh. Because she's so tired. Yeah, I'm talking about you, fool. Look, she's tired. Oh, mama, she's okay. Look at that stretch. Yeah, see? She's because she's growing. She's got growing pains. She's got growing pains, and I work her out a lot. But I mean, sometimes she just seems bored, so I take her out. I try to show her some fun. But anyways, I'm gonna cut the video. It's already gonna be 30 minutes. I kind of went past the time, but yeah, that shit's cool, huh? You like that shit? You like that shit? Gun it, son. Gun it. You want to show? Come on. Anyways, yeah. Well, you guys have a good night. Stay prayed up. God bless you guys. And I know that a lot of people are going through hard times, you know, with all this weird shit that's going on or whatever. But you know what? Don't give up. Stay strong. And if some shit really goes down, like really fucking crazy goes down, come to me. Come to me and we'll work something out. We'll build a fortress. We'll build our own army. I'll lead the fucking shit. But anyways, you guys have a good one. Peace out. God bless you guys. Have a great night. Soldier out.